The second day of my part-time job is starting. Our intention is to root out the owner of the vial.
Hey, Tim.
I know why you are here today, right? We need to find the one who used that vial. Yeah, they might know something about Dad. Let's be on our guard. Alright. Good morning.
Yep.
Hello there. I've heard you did a lot of good yesterday. Nina and Rita were very impressed. Thank you. So that was thanks to me. Now. I'll do my best today too. Of course, good luck.
Good morning, Tim. Pikachu, Nina told me about your adventure yesterday. You're very impressive.
Oh no, not really.
I have a message for you from Carlos. He said he wants you to come to the courtyard to help set up the television shoot.
Oh, sure, thank you.
Yes? Tim and Pikachu, good to see you today too.
So I need to go to the courtyard.
That's right, everyone should be setting up there. Everyone is eager to show off their research.
Cool. I can't talk to it. It's way over there. Hello? Come here, you slow-ass fucker. Oh my god. Ah! How? It's in me! You and Rita aren't going on the show?
Chloe.
Not interested at all, eh? I guess you have the most fun just looking after the flowers. Okay, good story.
Yo.
Hey there, Tim. Today's the day of the shoot. Even Gardner is excited. What do we need to do? Just try and help out the other members of the facility as best you can. They keep you busy, I'm pretty sure, but hang in there. For me, all you need to do is gather trash for my research. I'm using a machine to figure out how the different type of garbage gets purified. Cool. You're making an appearance too, Fridge. Yep. I don't come on until later, though, so I'm waiting here. I'm so antsy, though, I can't focus on my work. What are you going to talk about? What do you think? My research. This technology is my dream come true, using Garbodor's skill to purify trash. Well, I mean, it's in development and won't be practical for a while, but still. Hey, help, Fridge! Want to do experiment with the purifier machine? Yes. What trash do you want to experiment with? Oh, I don't have any. Oh, battery. Alright, let's get started. Press the button on the machine. Alright. Button. Do you want to press the button? Yes. Oh, that is, ectoplasmic. Let's see, the results show it's not purified at all. I'm glad we got that data. If you have any more trash, bring it to me.
I do. I have one more.
Yo.
Hey. I got, yes. What trash? I got battery cord. Alright, let's get started. Press the button on the machine. Yeah. Belly core. I mean, it's more of a healthy thing. It shouldn't be too bad, right? Let's see, the result shows it's completely purified. I'm glad we got this data. If you have any more trash, bring it to me. Alright. Well, currently I got nothing else.
Is there any more?
Oh, there's a trash can here. But nothing I could pick from. Alright, I'm just looking around to see if there's anything. There was nothing, though. Oh, we never went in this office, actually. A photo of Dorothy and Messinio. A picture of PCL staff. The design is very beautiful. It shows regions, borders along with what Pokemon live in each area. Oh, that's very detailed for a tiny thing. What a refreshing smell. Books. It says a guide of catching Pokemon. Seems they've listed by type. Alright. Anything else? It's crammed with reports on research. Looks like they even got information on some cutting-edge stuff. A lot of encyclopedias, but also books on organization and management and leadership. Dorothy's really working hard, huh? I suppose. There's a book woven in lace next to the picture records of Pokemon research. I wonder if this is the kind of thing Dorothy likes. Messino! I had a plush of this and I think it got tossed out by my mother. It was one of my first Pokemon plushies. How's it going?
Machino.
We're looking for some trash to use for Ridge's experiment. Do you have anything? Oh, whatever you can. Thanks. Do you ever talk to Garbodor? Oh, you tried to clean it up because you thought it was garbage. And it got cross with you, but you're friends now. And you tried to make up by giving it trash you collected for a snack? That was a nice gesture. Yeah, it was. Okay, I love that Pokemon. It's so cute. What?
Why does Minchino keep looking at me?
It has a crush.
Is something stuck on me?
It's looking at your butt. Or maybe it thinks he's dirty. I don't know. Do you know about the television shoot?
Megan?
No, it doesn't hurt. I wonder why everyone is so nervous. Hey, Wallace.
What do you want?
Hello, Tim. It must be tough for you to have to be involved in this too. I want to hurry up and get back to my research. Maybe it's not him, actually. Will you be presenting your research on cells, Wallace? Yes. It's not exactly what I want to be doing, but it's must be done. I would know what I'm doing. My only concern is whether the people watching on TV can understand my research or not.
Thanks for everything yesterday, Tim. They said they're going to do a shoot. My research first, so I'm standing by here.
You're going to present the substance from yesterday, right?
Yeah, it's delicious, it's cute, and its effects are excellent. There's also no need to worry about side effects, and there's no problem even if humans drink it. It's a revolutionary new product.
Nice. I see you have Anakin with you.
Yeah, I'm afraid of Wallace, but when I have Finnegan with me, I feel strong. Oh, but don't tell Wallace I said that.
He's right there. He could hear you, man. Drink your coffee. Breaker. Coffee maker. Blah, blah. Same old, same old. Wait. Wow, that was Pikachu. I was like, what the fuck was that? I just saw. Okay, well. Let's go do the experiment. I got can.
Yo!
Hi. Yes. Alright, let's get started. Press the button. Okay. Sorry. I kind of zoomed past that. My brain just went. Blah. Take my can. It's gonna be yellow, orange. Let's see now. The results show, it didn't get purified very much. I'm glad we got the data. If you have any more trash, bring it to me. Alright, well, I don't have any more. Unless I can get more somewhere else. You and Nina are going to show your research first, huh? Good luck out there. I see, you're helping Nina, huh? It must be nice to be close to. You're separated from Nina, aren't you?
Shekel.
Once in a while is okay, huh? Nina's waiting in the meeting room until the shoot starts, if I recall. How's it going?
Shekel.
Ha! Nina has you making medicine by the gallons as rehearsed for the shoot. That must be hard work. Hang in there. Betty. Betty. Hello. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that one. I know, I already read that. Blah, blah, blah. So today's a television shoot. How are you doing? Trevor, you were busy setting up for the garden, so now you're hungry? You must have worked really hard. Well, give him some food. The boy is hungry. You have any garbage for me? Nope. Where was the other guy?
Hey.
Nice work yesterday. Did you hear from Rita? She wants you to help out in the courtyard. First today. So it's almost time for the shoot. Yes, I'm a bit in a fix because I have nothing to talk about. I just hope Rotom listens to me. Maybe it's this guy. He's suspicious. Today's the day for the television shoot. Why don't you try listening to what he has to say today?
Roto.
You can be on television whenever you want. Well, I guess that is true for you. He can literally be in the television. The trash can has a battery in it. I already got a battery. I mean, unless there's like more trash somewhere hidden. Trash. The trash can has a paper scrap in it. We got a paper scrap. Alright.
Hey, Tim! Tim!
What?
This room is way too dark. Let's give it some light.
Oh. Well, he tried. Actually saw some sparks. He had no electricity. They communicate by telepathy, right? Maybe that works. Hey, Solus. Whoa. Whoa, seems like I have telepathy works. My telepathy works. What's Duo like?
Solus.
Interesting. It has two brains and it constantly switches topics. Maybe each brain is thinking different things. What's Wallace like?
Solo.
He's cold, huh? I knew it. How exactly is he cold to you?
Solus.
He ignores you even when you send him telepathy? Oh, I don't think he's being cold. He's just not getting your messages. You're in here today, too. Don't you get cabin fever or something?
Solus.
Not at all. It's very comfortable. Well, as long as it's the case. I mean, they seem pretty chill, so.
Duo.
Huh? What's that voice coming from? Duo. Oh, it's you. This must be telepathy. Telepathy. Hey, so what kind of guy is Wallace? Duo. Wallace is smart for a human, but can't even pick up telepathy, so he needs to try harder. Now, leave you leave you alone because you're very busy and stick around so we can talk some more? What is up with this Pokemon? What's Solus like? Oh, it's good for telepathy and bores you to tears with its prattle, and you want to talk more with it? Man, you never make any sense. He's tsundere. Today, it is tsundere. Fuck. Today, there's going to be a television shoot, but, well, I guess that doesn't bother you. No. Huh? According to your calculations, the chances of the shoot finishing without issue are extremely low. Well, with that lineup, I guess something's bound to happen. Yeah. Something terrible.
I can already predict that. Ooh.
Clicking supplies, blah blah blah. No, I didn't mean to click on that one again. Damn it. A fire extinguisher. There was one at the front desk too. Cool. That's not what I was trying to look at, but alright. Is there any garbage in here? No. Alright. Doesn't say if there's anything here. Okay. I was just seeing if I could, like, interact with Fridge's stuff, but... No! I cannot. Okay, let us give him the paper, and then we'll talk to the ladies. Hello.
Yo!
Hi, I got shit. Yes, take my paper.
Yo!
Wait, help Fridge.
Yo!
Wait, did I not? Alright, let's just... Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm getting tired. Press the button.
It's paper. It's gonna be purple.
I mean, it was last time anyway. Yeah. So we can, like, purify food. Let's see, the results show. Oh, it's purified. I'm glad we got that data. If you have any more, bring trash. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my god, there's more? Please serve me not. I got nothing else, bro.
Okay.
Good morning, Tim. You're helping us out with the shoot today, right? Great to be working with you. I think I'll have Mako call in Nina now. Could you come with me and have a look at how the Pokemon are doing?
Sure.
So, do you think I look all right?
Don't worry, you look great.
Thank you. Oh, Tim's working in the courtyard too.
Yeah, he's feeding the Trevenant. It really seems to love it, huh?
It's
Hey,
hungry.
you guys! Smile for the camera! Oh, Mako, stop.
Uh-oh.
This has nothing to do with our story. Watch out!
What's wrong, Trevenant? Everyone, in here, quick! Come on, give me your hand.
Okay.
Hey! Wait for me! You can't abandon your partner!
No, I just did.
That was a close one.
Seems like it's calmed down a bit. Let's take a look.
All right, let's take a quick peek.
What damages has it caused, though?
Trevenant, is it okay?
This is terrible. What's happened here?
Trevenant, are you okay?
Trevenant!
Hey, what did you do to Trevenant?
Nothing.
Well, we were feeding it when suddenly... Wait, I could have sworn there were some leftovers.
I thought maybe you could help. But obviously amateurs can't be trusted. Now go on, get out of here.
Come on, Wallace. Don't overreact.
She's right.
Everyone makes mistakes sometimes.
Yes, but this is beyond bad. Our experiments are ruined.
Well,
Tim, it was like that glalie from the other day.
I know. But how do we explain that to everyone?
Listen, it's not Tim's fault. There's no way he'd ever do harm to a Pokémon.
Amelia's right. There's no way.
Yeah. It's admirable you want to stick up for your friend. Got evidence to support it?
Not really, but...
Tim's not like that.
This isn't getting us anywhere.
Sorry, Tim.
Hey, wait a second. Mako had the camera out. Maybe she caught something.
Oh, yeah. So, Mako, you were shooting the courtyard, right?
Yeah.
Of course. Maybe she caught something on camera. Good idea, Tim.
So you're saying I may have just saved the day? I am pretty awesome.
Right. Let's hurry and check the footage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Carlos. Because he's not even here. Come on, Tim. Let's have a look at the video. Yeah, we need to find evidence to prove our innocence. This is a good time to do some investigation on the incident, like with Gilly too. Yeah.
Okay. There could be evidence on this footage that proves your innocence, Tim.
Why is the quality
watch
so
it carefully.
terrible?
Got it.
There must be something.
Tim must have provoked Trevenant in some way, making it angry.
Yeah, there was food on the ground still.
What's wrong, Trevenant?
Everyone, in here, quick!
See? There are leftovers.
What of it?
Who'd run off and leave their partner?
I just trusted you could take care of yourself, Pikachu.
Oh, is that so?
Maybe at times like this, you can run on all fours.
I prefer to run this way, thank you very much.
Close one.
We don't have enough evidence to prove your innocence yet. So let's watch it one more time.
Alright.
It seemed to enjoy eating it.
It always has an appetite like that, too.
Smile for the camera! Oh, Mako, stop. This has nothing to do with our story.
Looking back at it now, that was a close call.
I'm glad we made it out safe.
Come on, give me your hand. Look, a black shadow took the leftovers.
Was it a Pokémon?
is there a Pokémon of that color in this facility? And why would it take off with the leftovers?
Now that I think about it, Trevenant went berserk right after it ate its lunch.
Yeah, so what?
Maybe it was something it ate that caused it to be upset.
As far as I can tell from watching the video, Tim didn't do anything wrong. He's innocent.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dorothy.
The black shadow in the video. Did we have any Pokemon like that?
I don't think so. It's the first I've seen of it, too.
It's as you saw, Wallace. We caught an image of a mysterious Pokemon right after Trevenant went berserk. And you're saying it's the culprit? Right. I think we'll be able to shed some light on the situation if we can capture that Pokemon.
Yeah, I agree. Dorothy, why not let Tim investigate this mysterious Pokemon?
Have Tim investigate? Right. Tim was the one who noticed the mysterious Pokemon first, and he also solved several incidents today already.
I didn't realize you were so special. I see.
Well, we can't just let things be. If it's alright if we ask you to investigate him? Of course, leave it to me. Do as you wish. I'll have you know, I'm still not convinced you're innocent. Cool. I think he's safe, honestly. He's just kind of a grump. Alright, solve the mystery!
Tim, we've got to catch this mysterious Pokemon.
Look at those
Having
berries
said
in the
that,
ground.
There's an awful lot we still don't know.
They're just smashed in the dirt. Holy shit. They're so hard.
We need to gather information and figure out just what it is.
Alright. Well, it's a purple Pokemon.
Hey, Tim! Tim!
Yes? Hey, Tim. You're thinking what I'm thinking, right? Yeah, we can't tell the others, but I bet this incident was caused by a person. Someone is controlling that Pokemon. I knew you'd figure it out. I'm almost positive it's as you say, and Turant was acting just like Glalie was in the cave. I bet this is tied to Harry's case too. Right. We need to start investigating if we want to put the pieces together. First things first, let's find out what the mysterious Pokemon was. Best way to do that is to gather a testimony. We need to ask the staff in Pokemon if they've seen it before. Alright. Who is that mysterious Pokemon? Now, calm down. No need to be scared. Trevenant was settled down already. About the courtyard. Things are pretty rough, huh?
Again.
Blech. You have a lot of twigs to eat. I guess that's good. I saw someone you didn't recognize just now. Do you know anything about that?
Again.
What? You heard its voice.
I was here first.
Huh? You sure that was what he said?
Amazing, Pikachu. You were able to get some information on the mysterious Pokemon.
I have a feeling it's gonna be a ghost type or something. Because I think Carlos is the one, and he said that he's good with ghost-like Pokemon, so I'm suspicious, okay? Trevenant, are you okay? Huh? What happened? You mean you don't remember anything?
The same as Glalie.
Oh man, I knew it. The whole place is wrecked, and it was such a nice garden. Hey, it's not your fault. Don't worry. We'll catch the culprit. Hey, you didn't happen to see the strange Pokemon while you were eating, did you?
True.
Didn't notice anything, huh?
True.
Oh, nothing important. Don't worry about it.
Berries. Nothing.
Oh, it's leaking water. Water is leaking out everywhere. It must have been damaged when Trevenant went berserk. Phantom. Sorry, like, how do you say that name? Phantom, are you alright? You were able to hide in the grass, huh? Glad to see you're not hurt. Things have gotten messed up, haven't they?
True.
You're going to work together and make it even better than before? Now that's the attitude to have. Oh, so that's the spirit. He is a ghost. You know, we just saw an unfamiliar Pokemon near Trevenant. Do you know anything about it?
True.
You sometimes feel a strange presence, and it was the same this time. Wait, it has to be, okay, it's purple, and I'm thinking cold. Because there was a cold breeze earlier. So, the only Pokemon I can think of that are purple and cold would be, fuck, what's it called? Sneasel? That one I don't like. But that's not a ghost type. It didn't look like that, though. So, it could be Zorok, because that was mentioned, so maybe it's gonna pop up, because it's the right color, I guess, but it's not the right shape. But, I mean, it is illusion Pokemon. It can turn into whatever it wants. We'll find out. So you're sure it's the same Pokemon? Tell us what you can.
True.
When you turn around, it was gone, so you didn't get a chance to see what it looked like, huh? The feeling that someone's behind you. Okay. Whoa. Shuckle, are you hurt? Ah, you hid in your shell. Good thinking. I'm glad you're safe. Things have been pretty rough.
Shuckle.
Yeah, you must have been surprised. I just saw someone I didn't recognize. Do you know anything about it?
Shuckle.
What? You see it all the time? What in the world is it?
Shuckle.
I see, you don't know its name, but it shows up from time to time and eats everyone's food. Shuck, food theft. Alright. What?
Oh no.
What?
Come on, let's get out of here.
What? I'm sorry? What was that about?
Forget about Wallace. I'm just glad we were able to help clear your name. Just remember, it was my video that saved the day, both today and in that cave.
Can you tell me anything about the mysterious Pokemon?
Nothing really. If only I had captured its full image.
How were things since then?
Thanks so much for your help in the cave. Our rating was great, thanks to the scoop footage. Our superiors were pleased too. It was cold and terrifying, but it was all worth it.
So, what was your superiors like?
Well, good people, I'd say. I get in a lot of trouble, but we're given the freedom to do more or less what we want.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm so glad we were able to clear your name, Tim. Still, I wonder what that strange Pokemon is. Nothing, sorry. I wonder if it's still in the facility. Oh, right. It would be bad if it got away. She makes a good point. I think it's gotten out from around here, but how about over the lobby?
A mysterious Pokemon, huh? This seems like something I need to make a note in my Ghost Stories report.
Ghost Stories report? You mean the record of the things that have happened?
Yeah, that's it. It's kind of embarrassing to call them ghost stories, but it's easier to understand than mysterious event report. I recall all the mysterious things that happen. This is the first time anything as bad as this has happened, though.
Can I see your report?
Of course, but I've lent them out to the others, so you'll need to ask around.
Alright. Any ideas what it might be?
That's the first time I've seen a Pokemon like that. I don't think it's one of ours.
What do you want?
I'm not holding my breath, but the best luck catching that mysterious Pokemon. Or whatever. I see he's chill. Can you tell me anything? Nothing at all. If I didn't know anything, I would have already spoken up. I hear Nina has been keeping a record, but do you have the report? Yes, I didn't bother reading it before giving it back. Don't tell me you believe such scientific nonsense, too. It seems I was quite misguided in thinking you had any potential at all. Cool, thanks.
Yes?
Please, don't take what Wallace said personally. He can be a bit rough, but he's not a bad person. Good luck investigating the mysterious Pokemon. And do let me know if I can help.
I guess you've never seen it before.
No, never.
I was told Nina was keeping a record. Do you have the report?
Oh, yes, it's in the director's office. You're welcome to come and get it.
Alright. Let's check the lobby. Oh, this is not the lobby. This is something else. I'm just looking around. Okay, nothing in here. Let's check the office. Oh. She got here before me. Hey, it seems like there's a Pokemon hiding in this facility. Do you know anything about that?
Miss, you know.
What? You say Rotom was hiding in a clock? Interesting. And what happened?
Me.
The clock started spinning really fast, and Dorothy got startled and ran away while she saw it. I swear, doesn't Rotom have better things to do? Thanks for the info, Messina. A clock that runs fast. Okay.
That's where we keep our valuable samples and reports.
Yes?
Sorry to put you through so much on today, day one. What with the incident in the courtyard, I'm impressed you were able to solve the problem.
What research do you do, Dorothy?
I used to do research on capturing Pokemon, but now that I work as the director for this facility, I feel it's best if I don't have my own projects going on.
Do you have a report?
Oh, you mean Nina's report? I have already finished reading it, so you can take it.
You got it! I guess you don't know much about the mysterious Pokemon.
Nothing at all, unfortunately.
Alright. A clock. I don't think I saw a clock at all. Does it bother you? Does what? The testimonies from the Pokemon here about the mysterious Pokemon and Nina's ghost stories. Now that you bring it up, I'll double check.
I haven't looked at it yet.
Where is the ghost stories? Oh god, it's so tiny.
When I was eating my lunch in the courtyard, my last sandwich suddenly disappeared. I looked all around, but saw no signs of anyone else eating it. Is that it?
Alright. So something ate a sandwich.
Garb.
There was an unfamiliar Pokemon in the courtyard. Do you know anything about it? Garbodor. I see. You've heard the Pokemon in the courtyard talking about that. Alright.
Yo!
Hey, I heard what happened. Here, I thought people were busy because of the shoot, but seems like there's a lot more going on.
Do you know anything?
I watched the video too, but I've never seen a Pokemon like that before. Maybe it got out from outside, not inside.
Nina said he was keeping records. Do you have her report?
Oh yeah, I already gone through it, so here is for you to read.
Thank you so much.
You like that kind of story, huh? Tim, you may be able to find a report Wallace returned somewhere in Nita's desk. 2. Oh, he just like left it here. It's the ghost story report. Right, let's borrow this. Number 4.
Oh, we're missing 3.
And 5. We're missing 3. Where the frick is 3?
Wait, was there more garbage in here? Is trash in the berry core? Oh, okay.
Where's 3?
What?
It seems like the Pokemon here knew there was a mysterious Pokemon around.
Yeah, but they don't seem to know what it is.
Still, there must be some clue to his identity. Is there anything that caught your attention?
Any clue that caught my attention? Garbodor's experiment, Nina's ghost stories, going berserk.
Good thinking, Tim. Now that you mentioned it, what other Pokemon told us about the mysterious Pokemon does match up with those ghost stories?
I bet it's a mysterious Pokemon that is responsible for all the ghost stories.
We've gathered testimony from all the staff in the Pokemon.
Yes, it seems like the one responsible for the ghost stories is the mysterious Pokemon.
Right. Now we need to make sure it hasn't escaped outside.
Yeah, let's go ask Rita at the lobby. Okay, before I do that though, I do want to read...
Hey, Tim!
Shut
Tim!
up!
Hey, Tim! Tim!
On a sunny, sweaty day, I felt sudden chills while I was working. I couldn't stop shivering for a minute when I checked the thermostat. The temperature has dropped nearly 10 degrees. Late at night, when the wind was strong, I stayed late by myself for some research. I felt someone watching me from behind. I turned around to see, and no one was there. On a rainy night, I heard creepy, high-pitched laugh coming from the hallway. Building in Building B. I went to check it out, but the voice had already gone. The empty hall just extended out behind. Okay.
What? Oh, now you don't even want to talk to me?
Hey, Tim!
I learned about Mr. Pokemon, but we don't... We'll be out of luck if it escapes. Let's stop by the reception just in case.
I know! My god! Why'd you have to yell at me while I'm trying to fucking read?
You bastard. Jesus Christ.
Hey, Rita! Wait a second.
You're so cute. I just love Pikachu so much.
You didn't seem to like Pikachu at first. What the fuck? I don't trust her.
Yes.
I heard a large sound from behind the wall. Was that for the shoot for a movie?
No, Trevenant suddenly went berserk.
What, Trevenant? Is everyone okay?
Yes, the staff and Pokemon are all fine. There's a mysterious Pokemon running around this facility, and I think it's caused Trevenant to go berserk. Do you see anything come this way?
No, nobody came in through this way, whether a person or a Pokemon. I'll check the surveillance cameras just to be safe, though. As I thought, the surveillance video don't show anyone either. Isn't that right, Floetta? Floetta?
This facility has security cameras.
Yes, we have a few set up. They say it's to protect the research data here. I've been told the cameras have been running since the facility was rebuilt.
Sorry, could I see the recorded videos?
Sure, of course. Just press this button and...
Huh? Fridge?
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's yesterday's video. I don't normally need to check the camera, so let's see. This button does that and...
It doesn't look like everyone left since Trevenant went berserk. Yeah, that means the culprit is still hiding somewhere in this facility. Alright. I guess you're pretty secure... Yeah, you're pretty... security conscious, using surveillance cameras and everything.
Yes, I heard the cameras were added when the new facility was built. The director of at the time was apparently a very cautious person.
So is this building we're in the new facility you mentioned?
That's right. This research facility had to be rebuilt once, although that was more than 10 years ago.
Huh, is that because the building got old?
Well, actually, I heard rumors that something went berserk during an experiment and destroyed most of the building. I don't know the details, but maybe Director Dorothy does.
Oh.
Hey, Tim!
Hey, did you catch that? The facility was destroyed once and it had to be rebuilt. Yeah, she said someone or something went berserk. Do you think it was a Pokemon? Possibly. This warrants looking into. Hello. Nothing. Alright. You're a waste of space to me, Floetta! Do you know about this information I just learned? What can I do for you? I heard that PCL has been rebuilt once. I'd like to find out more about the old PCL. Do you know anything?
You think the old PCL is tied to the mysterious Pokemon? I don't know much about the old times, but we do have some records. They should be in the library, second shelf from the back.
Thank you very much. Alright, let's go have a look. Alright. Second row from the back. This must be the corner Dorothy was talking about. There's a lot of old PCL material. Let's take a look in a book. Reading Rainbow. Let's see here. I hereby found this research facility in order to further improve the relationship between mankind and Pokemon. John Walls. Hey, this is over 20 years ago. Old. Ugh. There's a photo of the founding members. Hey, let me see, huh? Pokemon are in the picture too. I wonder what that Pokemon is called. Let me have a quick look. I've got it. The Pokemon in the picture are Herdier, Gengar, Mudkip, and Apom. Pokemon that were here a long time ago. Gengar. That's a purple Pokemon, but so is Apom. But it didn't look like an Apom at all. A Pokemon suddenly went berserk and destroyed the research facility. We are unable to maintain our activities here. So this is why they had to rebuild. Oh? It says that the accident forced the facility to close down. Yeah, but it's opened up again. It seems like the facility was left abandoned for a while after its closure. They rebuilt it 2 years after the accident. They left it for 2 whole years, huh? I wonder how bad the damage was.
Hey, Tim!
What kind of Pokemon were here back in the old days? There was a shelf with Pokemon data we haven't looked at yet. Let's check it out. A shelf that we haven't looked at? I've looked at all the books. What are you talking about? A report published by PCL. Yeah, no, I read it all. This was recorded that we're talking about. I read it all. This is the Pokemon Research Corner. There's other Pokemon. No. Yeah, no, I read them all. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh. Hello. It says its tail is more dexterous than its hands, and it is changed to a tree and when it falls asleep. I feel like we should add that it likes causing mischief. Alright. It's strong in spite of its size, and it can lift boulders, and it can even breathe underwater. Huh, so it buries itself in the mud to rest. Mudkip. Gengar. Apparently it can curse people and even use hypnosis. Huh. If it can hide it inside shadows too. What's this? It says here, a room with Gengar is about 10 degrees colder. Yeah, it's freaking Gengar. It says it takes care of other Pokemon. On top of that, it's very loyal to its trainer. Why are you giving me that look? It's not like you're a trainer yourself. That's true. All research for Alright. I think it's a Gengar. Do you remember what Finnegan said? I heard a mysterious voice say I was here first. Yeah, Wait, does that mean from the time of the old facility? Yeah, I think that's it. A Pokemon from the old facility still lives here, and it's causing all these ghost stories. It's a ghost Pokemon. Who can control ghost Pokemon? Hello? So it must be one of the Pokemon in the picture of the founders. Let's have a look in my case notes. Case notes. Da 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 da. Looking in the book.
I would say that, without a doubt, the mysterious Pokémon we're looking for has been living here since way before the facility was rebuilt. It's likely the cause for the ghost stories. Tim, do you know which Pokémon it is? Think hard now.
Gengar.
Why do you think that?
Food disappears. The room suddenly gets cold. Someone's behind. Not there. Cupid laughter. Gets cold.
Do you think that's right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. The room that it's in does get a lot colder. This ghost story sounds a lot like Gengar. One more thing. How do you think it was able to go and steal Trevenant's lunch? Any insight?
It uses hypnosis to put people to sleep. It can move freely in the shadows. The temperature in the room drops by 10 degrees. Placing curses on people makes it happy. I'm guessing this, because it can.
Yes! It was hiding out the whole time in Trevenant's shadow.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking that.
So what we saw in the video was its hand. It just reached its hand out from the shadow.
Oh.
Tim, you're a great sleuth. Now we know the mysterious Pokémon is Gengar.
Oh, so when it was reaching, it was the hand we saw reaching out. That's why it looked like no Pokemon I could think of. Alright, got it. That's fair.
Hey, Tim! Tim!
What? Gengar should be in this room. I don't see it anywhere. That's for sure. Hey, Gengar, show yourself!
Gang!
It's not coming out. How dare it ignore me? It didn't ignore you. It said, ha ha ha, no, I'm not. It must be hiding in the shadows. We need to lure it out somehow. How about it? Any ideas? The flashlight. Give it a Pokepuff. Use a flashlight. I mean, that was my first thought. Like, hey, there's a flashlight in there. That's it. We can use a flashlight to get rid of the shadows and flush it out. Let's go. Find that flashlight.
I know where one is.
Mr.
Oh.
Gengar.
Never mind. Did not get it.
Come out, wherever you are.
Where'd you turn the light off?
Hey! Oh, there you are.
We've got you now, so you might as well give up.
You can't hug it.
Now, Gengar, come to the light.
Watch out! It's using Confuse Ray!
Help Pikachu. How? You're mine now.
Great save, Tim. It was almost game over for me.
I mean, it wouldn't
But
kill
still, Gengar's managed to get away from us once again. Our big challenge now is to figure out how to stop it from doing that.
you. How do we catch a Gengar?
Hey, Tim! Tim!
Let's go tell Dorothy what the mysterious Pokemon was. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I think Dorothy, she says she was a Pokemon catcher. So she should know. Really? Look at that son of a gun. Hey, Gengar. Bye. Dorothy, I think the mysterious Pokemon is Gengar.
Yes?
What? Tell me everything you know. From what I was told, I deduced that the culprit was Gengar. We've been trying to capture it, but it keeps getting away. Gengar is a ghost-type Pokemon, so capturing it can be tricky. Would you happen to have any ideas? Let's see. Maybe some tools I made a while back will come in handy. I was doing research on capturing Pokemon, and one of the tools I used will probably work on ghost-type Pokemon, too. It should be in the storeroom. It's the flashlight, I thought. Yeah. You know what it made me think of? Freaking Luigi's Mansion. And I think that's kind of like the reference. That poor freaking bench. This one. Pikachu, this must be it. Yeah, I don't know how else it will work, but it's our only hope. Got the catching equipment.
Tim, you're good. We'll use this to catch it. Great.
Great. We got it. I know what I'm doing. Shut the fuck up. Okay, now we just have to find the guy. Sorry. Can I even walk? No, I can just run. Wait.
Yes?
Okay. Just have to figure out how to use it then. How the fuck do I use it? Do I go back to the room? Son of a gun. Okay, I guess he's not in here anymore. Okay, what? What do we do? I got the item. What's this? I don't care. Light. It fires off a special net. Dorothy developed it. It's a device for catching Pokemon. It's also effective against Pokemon. Ghost-type Pokemon. Alright. Well, how do we use it? Get back here, you son of a gun. Oh, we just go in here.
It's here!
You're not getting away this time.
Catch the Gengar.
Gengar again. Gang, gang, gang.
This music.
Now, Pikachu!
Try this on for the size.
Wah. Oh, he's so sad.
We did it!
Yep, no big deal. Let's see what it has to say.
Yeah.
We
He's
did it,
so
Tim.
sad.
Captured Gengar. I wonder what it has to say.
I don't know. Let it talk, I guess. Find the real culprit.
Gengar's partner is the mastermind. We need to find out who that is. I'm thinking one of the researchers, possibly.
Carlos.
So it's our job then to go and rip off their disguise.
Carlos.
First things first. We have to get Gengar to tell us what it knows.
Alright. It's Carlos, son of a gun. Got you at last. Give up. You're not getting away this time.
Gang!
Well then, let's see what you have to say. Why did you do that? Gengar. What? This was just a little prank. That was nothing so innocent. Just what did you make Trevenant eat? An intensively spicy berry. Your friend gave you. Stop lying. Gengar. You really don't know. Oh, didn't know. Looks like you've got a good friend. What friend? Who was it? Gengar. Huh? A human wearing a white coat. White clothes? I do it. It's one of the staff. Hey, tell us what the person looks like. Good. You don't know? I guess it can't be helped. Do you remember anything else? Anything at all? Good. I see. That person always operates the secret device in the library and comes to play with you. Secret device? What's that? It's Carlos. Tell us more. Good. What? The shelf in the middle of the library. There are books with yellow, green, blue, green, and red symbols on their spines. Good. When you pull on them in that order, the device activates it, and then what happens? Good. What? You said too much. You promised to keep it a secret. Guess we'll have to figure it out the rest on our own. Okay, what was the order? I wasn't paying attention. Well, sorry, you gotta stay like that. You were a naughty boy. But let the others believe we solved the incident in the courtyard. That way the real culprit will let their guard down. Come on, let's head to the library. I mean, that's where I was heading. Okay. It's the middle. A blue square in the top right, a yellow triangle at the top left, a red in the center, and a green diamond in the bottom left. Right, let's pull on them in the order that Gengar said. What was the order he said? I don't remember! Dude, I don't... do I have to go back and talk to him? Okay, yellow, blue, green, red. Alright. Yellow, blue... yellow. Blue. Green. And red.
Is it this one?
So that's how it works. Oh, this is like some kind of secret passageway.
I wonder where it leads to.
Well, let's find out.
Yeah, let's go.
I didn't tell anybody I was going down here.
This sure is a creepy place.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Oh, there's a door. See if it opens.
Okay.
Nah, leave it closed.
Here we go.
Into the door! Underground laboratory. Ew, there's shit on the walls. Clean that up.
Doesn't look like anyone's here. So is this the room that Gengar was guarding?
I wonder what this is.
Maybe it has something to do with why Trevenant went berserk. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
What's that thing on the desk? Look, Pikachu, it's Trevenant's leftovers from lunch. Yep, Trevenant chowed down on this and went berserk, and that Gengar brought it here to hide it. Trevenant leftover. Oh, there's a weird berry in it. That wasn't in the list. That's purple. There's a notebook. It says it's a research log. Could this room be the culprit's laboratory? Let's check out this notebook. February 13, 2:30 a.m. It's last year's date. We stumbled upon some materials from the old laboratory while researching through the laboratory and found out about this room. The former staff apparently used this room for secret experiments. I've heard that PCL was closed down a while back because Pokemon went berserk. Could this have anything to do with that? First, I will read through the materials in this room. I like this music, though. March 19, 4:22 a.m. It seems that this room is where R, a substance that strengthens Pokemon, was developed. The effects of R are temporary and the side effects are severe. It's not practical in its current form. It was effective with the T-Riders! However, I've never seen such interesting research. I will keep it a secret from my fellow researchers for now. April 8, 11 a.m. I've been contacted by a mysterious person. I was asked if I had a substance that would make Pokemon go berserk without the cause being determined. They've offered quite a large amount. I need the capital to continue this research. Luckily, the efficacy of the substance meets their request. He is agreed. August 26, 4:21 p.m. There was already someone here when I entered the room, Gengar. It was the partner of one of the old staff members. It has apparently been living here alone since the laboratory was closed. It seems to have been away for a while, and that's why I hadn't met it until now. Gengar can't be seen by the surveillance cameras, so it has entered and exited PLC freely. I should keep this notebook on me. October 12, 2:08 a.m. It's no use. Working hidden away from prying eyes is slowing down the progress of my research. I need to move that equipment somewhere. I can work on it in peace. First, I need to analyze the equipment so that I can move it. June 19, 12:05 p.m. This day is pretty recent. Yep, that's when we came here. Finally, I finished my analysis of the equipment. Now I can move the R production equipment and conduct my research as I wish. That's bad. That's it. Research log. It's mine now. But that means that the stuff was moved. Tim, look! We found what we've been looking for. A vial? It's set in that machine. According to the log we saw earlier, this machine is apparently used to reduce R. This is what my dad was after. Yep. The culprit must have figured out Harry was on to them at some point. What a fiend! I swear I'll find whoever did this and get them to talk. Vial. It's quite an old notebook containing research records. It looks like it's from before PCL was rebuilt. There's a signature, John Walls. I've seen that name somewhere before. For now, let's just give it a read. I combined the necessary materials and let it mature for a day, but The resulting medicine has a different effect than what I had anticipated. I built the basement so I can have a more stable environment to conduct experiments in. As expected, being underground has made my work easier due to a more stable temperature, and yet I can't seem to achieve the kind of results I am aiming for. My goal was to energize the Pokemon in order to boost their healing abilities, but the effects so far have been too strong. Still, I won't give up. I will complete my all-purpose medicine no matter what. Today's batch had an even more pronounced effect than normal. When I checked, I was told this batch has been left to mature for a whole week. It seems Simon misunderstood my intentions or something, or instructions. But this is the exact opposite effect from the medicine I hope to complete. I must find a way to stabilize its effects. I've been tricked! The cells I obtained were not from that Pokemon. This is most likely why we can't get the effects to stabilize. I never suspected that. The cells were from... Well? What cells did he use?
The writing is smudged. I can't read it. The rest of the journal is torn away too.
If it's based on like the movie, I'm guessing Mewtwo, but... Because I did see the movie way back when, so...
I saw it in theaters.
What are you thinking, Pikachu?
A research log, a vial. Who could run experiments at that time? A bolt of brilliance!
Oh yeah?
I know the culprit.
John Walls. Tim, you know who it is, right? It's that person. Have you figured out who the culprit is? Yes. Alright, expecting nothing less from you. What's the evidence? The evidence? Oh, I don't know. The old, no, not the old one, the new one. That's right, the research log. According to the date and time, the culprit has been in the basement when we came to PCL. But the information we got here isn't enough to prove it's on its own. We need one last piece of evidence.
A last piece of evidence?
Yeah, we need evidence that the culprit was in this room at that time. There's a place we can go to check out that, outside of this room.
You're being awfully vague, Pikachu.
Yeah, I want to see your deduction prowess. Alright, let's go out of this basement. I'm guessing the surveillance camera?
Is there a surveillance camera in this room? Oh, no, there's not. Not that I can see, anyway.
Unless... No, there's one outside the room of this room. So whoever went in there at that time would be reported, right? And Carlos was away when we walked into the room. Hey, can I have a look at the footage from the surveillance cameras?
Oh, of course.
Hey, good thinking, Tim. You've got to check the video from yesterday, right?
Exactly. Come on, let's have a look.
So these are the people who came first. First in was Dorothy, and then Nina and Fridge came in.
Okay, let's check the next record. That's Wallace.
Yeah. Hey, he went to the library.
And came right back out. Maybe he was hiding the passcode chart.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. Most likely, he went into the meeting room next. That's when he put up the problem.
He came back out.
And then he went to the courtyard. That's when he locked the door. The sticky fellow.
Hey, that's Carlos coming in.
He went into the library.
And then Dorothy and Fridge came out of the front desk.
Oh, and there's us.
And then nobody except us until we opened the door to the courtyard.
I knew it, exactly as I thought. Tim, get the records we just saw printed out. I knew you'd say that. So here. Pictures of the evidence surveillance camera. Hey, good job. You picked up on the last clue really quickly. Now we can bring the culprit to justice. Yeah. Fuck Carlos. Yeah, dude, he has such a nice voice too. Fuck. Let's gather everyone. Time for our detective skills to shine. I mean, it makes sense though, because he's not doing his research. Rotom is doing his own thing.
Listen,
He's falling behind.
I'm glad you all came.
Why would you gather us here like this?
Whoa.
I'm pretty busy right now, you know?
Oh, come off it. You were in the middle of a nap.
Everyone, quiet, please.
Thank you. I believe I've solved the Trevenant Rampage case.
Please. We already know the problem was caused by Gengar.
Wrong. That whole thing was planned by someone else. And the culprit is...
You tell him, Tim.
It was... others. Carlos.
Yeah.
Carlos. It's you.
What? There's no way I planned this thing. You're way off base.
Also, he's
This is
wearing
all
my favorite
Gengar's
colors.
doing.
Nice try, playing the innocent one. Show him the proof, Tim. Go on.
Okay, it was the proof that someone was planned. Need his ghost stories report, red berries, Trevenant's leftovers. Wait, why red berry? Fuck.
That's right.
Okay, I was guessing, like, is that the right one?
Carlos. Take a look at this.
It was a lemon.
Yes, so? I have no idea what that is.
It's leftovers from Trevenant's meal.
Hold on a sec. Gengar took off with those.
That is true. And they were hidden in the secret underground lab.
Wait, underground?
He had that at the ready,
Whoa, sick!
This reminds me of a spy movie.
right?
A secret laboratory. I had no idea.
Okay. Tell us what you learned from the leftovers, Tim.
Well, they were spiked with a substance that causes Pokémon to go berserk. I found evidence. This was down in the basement.
It makes Pokémon go berserk? That's why Trevenant became enraged?
Hold on. Even if this substance is the cause, you have no proof that I'm the one who created it.
Don't be so sure.
Go on. You've got this. Now show him what we've got.
I was gonna say, but I didn't want to talk over the scene. Wallace's voice kind of makes me think of Axel from Kingdom Hearts 2. I don't think it's the same actor, voice actor or not. I have no idea. I'm not very good at catching voice actors for most parts unless they're very telling. But it does make me think of him a little bit. Okay, and then research logs.
That's right.
Take a look at this.
Sorry, the way he pulls it like
According to this
right
research
out of my
log,
butt.
There was an experiment being performed on June 19th at 12:05.
Big deal. So what's your point?
This music.
Getting to that. At the time, Dorothy was out of the facility. Wallace was in Building B. Both Fridge and Nina were busy working in their lab. The only person unaccounted for happens to be you.
Dun dun dun.
Hold on a minute there. Let me think. Oh, I remember. I went out for my afternoon walk. That explains exactly where I was.
Man, he really doesn't know when to give up. Tim, let's finish this. Tell him what we know.
Surveillance photos. Surveillance camera image.
That's right. Let's see how he squirms out of this one.
I mean, he just lied on top of a lie. He's already
Are you
fucked.
sure about that? Surveillance shows you enter the library and never leave. So how could your walk take place in the library? I'll answer that one. It can't. Therefore, the one who was in the secret lab, it was you.
Sorry, it's so dramatic.
Well, I suppose there's nothing more I can say.
But Carlos, why would you do that?
Because this kid got in my way.
What?
He's Harry Goodman's son.
Harry Goodman's son?
Tim Goodman is my real name. Sorry I lied to you. My dad was in an accident 2 months ago. and it happened right around here. I followed the clues to this place. Carlos knows. Don't you? Tell us what happened.
All right, he knew too much. I had someone tamper with his car as a warning. But I swear, I never expected him to go missing in an accident.
You're the one who's responsible.
It's so shaky.
Come
Look,
on, say
you had
something.
someone tamper
Because
his
of you,
car.
my dad
Calm
is-
down, Tim. I know you want answers, but
But what?
he won't be able to escape anyway. We should leave the rest to the police.
Yeah, you're right, Pikachu.
Oh. Oh, alright. Well, that's it.
We'll take this man into custody.
I like his hat.
The police will be handling the matter from here on out.
Thank you very much. Carlos, I expected more.
Gengar, come back. I love you.
So, you're the Tim I've been hearing so much about.
Oh, yeah, he
Baker
talked to
mentioned
what's-his-face.
it a few times.
Sorry I investigated this on my own.
No need to apologize.
I had a
If we
feeling
had
you were
made more
gonna.
progress on our own, it would have been easier for you to sit by. I'm just happy you're safe.
Thanks. Anyway, do you think you could let me know what you find out? From Carlos's interrogation?
Yeah, I give you my word. I'll see you. And I'll see you too, Pikachu.
Yeah.
I like him.
You know what I think? Baker already knows, too, about our investigation.
That's alright. It's best to be honest about it all.
Yeah.
That's a very sharp car. I headed to Baker's office with Pikachu.
I received word from the inspector. Appears it wasn't a part-time job after all. You went there to investigate.
Yeah, I was naughty.
Even after I told you to stay out of trouble, you chose not to listen to me.
I'm sorry. There was just something I needed to find out.
I know exactly how you feel. Believe me. But no good can come of it if you're harmed. I'm just glad nothing happened to you.
I understand.
So, from now on, I'd like you to let me know before you go rushing off to investigate something.
What?
No point in telling you to stop. That sure doesn't seem to work.
Hey.
And I'll admit that you do have some talent. I'd rather know what you're up to instead of having you run around in secret.
Agree. That's actually a good idea.
Not to mention, I can help you.
Wow. Thank you, sir.
Don't mention it.
I mean, if he can be trusted, great idea.
Congrats, Tim.
Because then, like, if you go missing,
Congratulations to
he
you.
knows where to find you.
I heard from the inspector that you really saved the day at PCL. Hope it wasn't too dangerous.
It wasn't.
So, you really do take after Harry. The boss said so too. Pikachu, are you eating the sweets again?
Macaroons.
Oh well, I suppose it's okay this time.
It's a reward for good work.
In that case.
Hold on, that's way too many. How many times do I have to tell you? Those sweets are meant for the clients.
Said it was okay for me to have some. Oh, they're so tasty, though.
My God. We decided to head back to the apartment to connect the dots in the series of incidents. We're back.
Hey, Tim.
Yeah. What a long day. What do you make of today's case? We found some clues on Dad, but more questions too. According to the research log, someone bought R from Carlos. That's right. Even if it was Carlos who caused Harry's accident, there's much more going on behind the scenes. This investigation isn't becoming any more safe. But I'm sure we're getting closer to the truth. I'm glad I have you around. Huh? Why are you surprised? I know my skills is what finally won us the day, but you saved me many times too. When I fell from Murkrow's desk when Gengar attacked me? Thanks. By the way, Tim, when did you start to suspect Carlos was the culprit? When? When actually did I? When we arrived at PC? No. During Nina's experiment, when berserk, when we found, honestly, it was sometime after this. I started getting suspicious of him, but I think it really was here. Not bad, you're pretty sharp to notice at that point. Still, I feel restless just sitting around here and waiting. You can go back on the video and see when I actually did pinpoint on it. Because I don't remember. Yeah. What do you want? Oh. What, you want to go? Or do you want to go? What? It's not like we can participate in the interrogation, but we can't go for a bit of a drive. Come on. Chapter 3's site of Harry's accident. Alright.
I wonder how the interrogation is going.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'm sure Holiday's doing his best.
I wish I could find Dad. And give Mom some peace of mind.
I know. Once they're done with the interrogation, I'm sure we'll have some more news.
I can't wait.
Yeah. And we've still got some work to do. You know, we make a pretty good team.
It's funny, isn't it? I wonder if my dad is out there somewhere in this city.
Yeah, me too.
He looks so fucking stiff with his arms.
Harry, where could you possibly have disappeared to?
You'll never know. Unless the movie is exactly accurate to this game, because then I do. Mewtwo! Fuck. I mean, I did mention Mewtwo. I hate Mewtwo. I'm sorry. I don't like him. He's a problem. He's a menace to society. Hi. Do you want to continue playing? Nope. It is ending. This is it. We have finished. And this is it's 2 hours and 40 minutes. You know what? I might just actually cut this in a two-parter, so there might be a weird cut, but you'll see both episodes back to back. So whatever. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, because this is way too long for like a regular Let's Play series. So alright, it's gonna be a weird cut, but it's gonna happen. Sorry guys. Bye bye.